Hello, Leos. Welcome into your reading for the new moon in Capricorn happening today. Just a few hours. It will be coming into exactitude, so hopefully this video will be up by then. But I wanted to create a video for all of you to tune into the overall soul growth themes, what you might expect coming up, and how we can work with the space of creating intentions and setting new intentions for not only this new moon, but also for the new year. So welcome in. I'm Lauren the Mystic. This I typically read for rising signs, but if you are a Leo sun or moon, I welcome you in as well, and do believe there will be messages here for you. So I invite you in to stay. If you are returning back, thank you so much for joining in again. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I like to take a look every 2 weeks during the lunar cycles to kind of unpack what is the personal growth that might be taking place, both unfolding in our lives, but also from a higher perspective. And then we pull in some oracle cards to help guide us energetically into understanding how the energy is showing up. And so this particular new moon is at 10 degrees of Capricorn. It's really like 9 degrees 45 minutes, but you round up to the next degree point. And if you are familiar with Sabian symbols, I have tuned into what the Sabian symbol of 10 degrees of Capricorn is, and that is about how we can each come into a greater sense of balance and harmony with ourselves individually in order to radiate greater amounts of love out into the world, out into our lives. So that is the meaning behind the Sabian symbol of 10 degrees Capricorn. I always recommend you tune into your natal chart and see where 10 degrees of Capricorn might fall. What house does it fall in? That will point you to the area of life that's going to be a little bit more highlighted. And a new moon is the perfect time for really planting those seeds of intentions within that dark space. This is that space of incubation that's very, very potent that you can work with from an energetic perspective. And so I do these readings to help hopefully support that process for you all. And we're going to get started without any further ado or rambling on my part. Your energetic theme and the card that came out is mystery, Leo, mystery. And this is truly about surrendering into the divine mystery, the divine process of it all, what's guiding you in your life. And coming into this reading, as I entered in and was shuffling, I decided to do the pre-shuffling instead of doing it on camera. I started the readings doing it on camera, and the cards at first for a few signs were having a really hard time pulling. When I'm pulling collective energies, it seems for some reason to go better if I do it off camera. And I know a lot of people like to skip past the shuffling part. So I've pulled the cards, but as I was meditating upon your cards, I really felt like for the collective of Leos, the energy that I'm feeling coming into the reading is one of heaviness, and as if you've moved through something that has been confusing, very emotionally difficult, and something that you didn't really understand. And so when this card came out, I actually had to tune into the guidebook for this one, and I wanted to really lean into exactly what was written about mystery so that I wouldn't miss a message for you. And this is really about allowing the mystery to unfold and swirl through your being. To remember that all things are energies and nothing is known completely, right? That the universe, cosmos, the space is full of this great infinite, you could call it the void, the no thing, but also everything, pure potential. And that same energy that is swirling within the cosmos is what is moving through you. That you have this internal cosmos of energy. And sometimes during processes that we move through in life, we can focus more narrowly on trying to figure it out, on trying to make meaning out of something that just doesn't seem to make any sense for us. And this is a card reminding you and inviting you to step back into that deep remembrance that you are always being guided by divine forces, and that those divine forces are moving in and through you, and that you can always feel into that support that is there for you from a universal perspective, that pure potential is something that is yours to tune into and to tap into, to access. And so allowing yourself to simply step back and remember into the mystery that swirls around you, that sometimes you just have to allow yourself to be led, right? And so what you are leaving behind in 2024, well, you've got the High Priestess who came out. And when I saw this, I understood that there's been a person here on a journey of having their intuition really come forward. And this is also a card of guidance saying, whatever doesn't make sense, whatever has been this mystery that is felt emotional and confusing, and you haven't understood why things have gone the way they have, this is a message from Spirit for you to continue to have patience with that process, to continue to weigh your heart and your mind carefully. Consider things carefully before taking any action steps if you feel there are action steps needed. This is really about honoring those intuitive knowings that are really opening up and coming forward for you. And underlying that, from a soul growth perspective, we've got baby steps. This is about taking action, but small actions, small steps, small consistent things that you know, following your intuition here before it makes sense. Again, surrendering to the mystery. And perhaps what this is about is a soul growth journey where you are recognizing that despite what you think you know, what your mind thinks it wants, what you're finding out is that what you really need to do is to tune in and to release into that intuitive knowing, this High Priestess that's come online for you this year. Highly intuitive energy, and to begin to act from that space of embodying that High Priestess energy, right? So the Moonology card that came out for you is that it is a time for healing. And this was the last card I pulled, but it really seemed to seal the deal for me in terms of that feeling that I was feeling coming into this energy, into this reading, about feeling like you're really healing through a space of something having happened, very difficult to process from the mind and the heart space, and it's been very emotional. None of it's really made sense for you. So today, and for your New Year's intention setting, you've got the Queen of Fire. This speaks to an energy about setting intentions for you, about embodying this energy, Leos, going forward. I don't know if you can see her very good, but she's looking quite fierce. She's the Queen of Fire. She's got a dragon, a small dragon, coming out here. She's got her own wings. She's got her own headdress on that's similar to a dragon headdress. And she's sitting underneath the crown of something. But she's very in her confidence, in her own grace. This is about embodying an energy of not underestimating yourself in any capacity, but rather stretching your wings and flying, asserting yourself, asserting your expression of self, allowing other people to see really your own warm nature, your own intelligence, the beauty that you hold. This is about you really showing what you're capable of, you know, who you are as a person, your warmth, your creativity, all of that, but setting intentions to ground yourself into a greater sense of embodiment of this Queen of Fire energy, regardless of gender, embodying more confidence for self, allowing yourself to open up your heart so that the warmth of your expression is fully received by others. You know, dazzling them really is what I'm hearing. And the soul growth message card that I received underneath that for you was you got the love. This is about not only do you have the love, you are protected. Okay, so this is a card of protection. There's also a card of recognizing any kind of codependent energy that might be in your field, anything where you may feel that you need to attach yourself to something else or someone else in order to feel safe and secure on your own, or vice versa, other people or other circumstances attaching themselves to you for their own stability. So this is really a card about reflecting on your boundaries, okay, Leo? And as you are stepping into this greater embodiment of also confidence and sharing yourself, etc., what this Queen of Fire really needs is super strong boundaries. She's not willing, this Queen of Fire doesn't let other people take advantage of her, right? She does not. She allows herself to engage when it's right for her, when it's in alignment for her, when she's feeling passionate about it. And she believes in herself when she does step forward. But she's also not afraid to say, this is not for me, or this is not my issue to hold on your behalf, that you must figure this out on your own if that's what's needed. So if boundaries have come up as an issue for you in your personal life, in your relationships, or just within your own inner relationship to self, maybe it's your boundaries with your work-life balance, maybe it's boundaries within some specific type of relationship or something, whatever it might be. Excuse my drink. I've got a very scratchy throat here. Needed to wet the whistle. But there are boundaries that Spirit is just guiding you. It's really in your best interest right now as you enter into 2025 to get very clear on what boundaries keep you in that space of feeling this confidence, of feeling like you can exert this Queen of Fire energy as your overall embodiment, okay? And so here, going into 2025, we had both 2 Angel Tarot messages as well as 2 Oracle messages. So we're going to start with your Angel Tarot messages. And the first one out, what you can expect to blossom more of in 2025 is the King of Air. So this is you being able to feel a lot more confident, speaking up, speaking your truth, saying your side or presenting yourself. This is you bringing a lot more balance between the mind and the heart. So Heart-mind coherence is coming online, and to a greater extent, you are able to basically weigh the considerations of the mind with the considerations of the heart energy and come at whatever action step you need to take from a balanced perspective. This card can also indicate the need to accept some professional help or to seek out some kind of professional assistance. So if something should be coming forward, someone who is a king of air is able and capable to know when they need some additional professional support within a situation. And if that is you, this is Spirit encouraging you to make sure you take that step to include, maybe it's seeking out a second opinion or a doctor's opinion. Maybe it's a therapist. Perhaps it's someone professionally who's going to assist you with your finances or with something to do with, whatever might be coming up in your life. It's a professional on any capacity needing to seek expertise advice is basically the words I'm looking for. And looky here, Leo, you also got awakening, Archangel Gabriel energy. And Gabriel is the messenger. So awakening, blossoming of awakening, to me is an extension of this high priestess. I feel like you are having this expansion happening within your own intuition, your own knowing. And because of that, you're going to start receiving increased messages coming through your consciousness that are going to land in your intuitive knowing. And it's going to be up to your high priestess to assist you in becoming aware of them. This king of air, speaking to the heart-mind coherence, is also about bringing those new intuitive knowings that are coming forward from this awakening energy into a space that you can actually act upon it and do something with it that's going to really benefit you. And your two soul growth cards that you got, first one out, empathetic starseed. So again, about boundaries. This particular card is about your energetic sovereignty. And if you don't know what that is referring to, it's really talking about not absorbing any energy into your field that's not yours. And clearing your field, learning how to work with your own energy, your chakra system, your auric field, learning how to clear from circumstances that might have maybe been difficult and a mystery, and maybe you're carrying these heavy things around with yourself. This is Spirit guiding you into realizing that when we encounter those, we actually have our own energetic responsibility to clear our field, to release any energetic cords that we might have from ourselves flowing out to another person, place, or thing or circumstance, right? And then calling all of our energy back into our own heart space, back into our own auric field, creating that protective, sovereign space around ourselves that truly is just a reflection of your own heart space, your own energetic vibrations that nurture you, okay? And you need to be in that nurtured, protected space, clearing your field so that when you're receiving these messages through your intuition, through your awakening, that these messages are able to be filtered through the sense of your own discernment. That you, because you're in your own energy, there is no external influence, right, that's distorting you. Meaning nobody else's thoughts, nobody else's opinions, nobody else's energy distorting you from your own energetic truth of what direction, what your intuition is saying, guiding you for. And sometimes that could be the hardest part when we are coming into our own spiritual awakening process, when our intuition is really coming online. It's in leaning into trusting that intuition and knowing that it's clear, knowing that we're a clear channel and that we are receiving truthful information, and it's not just our mind tricking us, or we're not just being influenced by the energy of others, of shoulda, coulda, wouldas, or outside sources that are making us feel we need to maybe operate in a way that's different than what our intuition is guiding us to do, right? So that could be a big, huge piece of this process. And it seems like this is a continuation of your awakening energy, is you're also really working with your own energetic sovereignty, learning how to work with your energy and keep your own field clear for yourself. And then we have portal. Doors are opening for you this year, Leo. Doors are opening. You are really, honestly, you're leveling up energetically is what I'm hearing. And this is the opportunity. All these new opportunities are going to start to present themselves. And you're going to need to tune in, right, to not only your intuition, but to trust the mystery of where you're being guided, where you are being sort of shown the path, because it is still up to you to decide to walk through the door that opens, the opportunity that comes. It's up to you if you step into new relationships or new potentials or new opportunities or circumstances. Those are all choices, right, that you have to choose. But we choose it based on what feels right, not what anybody else is sort of implying that you should do. So again, this is very much about feeling into what's right for you, taking some baby steps, continuing to take the baby steps based on your own intuitive guidance. And then what that's doing is it's building this huge new pathway for you, I believe. You might be in process of a spiritual awakening as we speak. So Leo, I hope that this has been supportive. I hope that I've brought you some confirmation messages here, giving you something to really think about in terms of really setting those intentions. How do you want to stretch your wings and fly? Where do you need to believe more deeply in yourself? Where could you use a greater sense of self-confidence, right? Because it's time for you to express creatively your passions with the outside world. But stay protected. Sounds like maybe Spirit is guiding you that your energy might have been too open. There might have been some energetic vampires around you. And so it's time to really take care of that vessel, okay, darlings, as we enter into the new year. I do have guided meditations, actually, to do exactly that, because that is one of the first steps in learning to work with your energy, is learning how to clear your field and sort of perceive where that space is. I will link to that below in the description if you're interested in anything like that. I seek to create energetic support tools for all of us here for our soul growth journey, because we are really all each walking each other home, right? We're all just in this together. And my greatest hope is to help give you tools that can empower what your journey might look like for you. So don't forget, before we go, if you are interested in winning a free personalized reading, I'm giving away 3 of them tomorrow. And the only requirement is that you have subscribed to my channel and that you drop me a comment, because it's the easiest way I can grab your username and enter you into that drawing. So there are going to be 3 winners. I'm going to give away 3 readings. You have a decent chance to win. So drop me that comment if you're interested. If not, I will see you the next lunation cycle, and I wish you the very happiest new year. Take care. Bye-bye.